Welcome everyone to Mage Rage for August 2021, where this month the theme is going to be flintlock husks. I don't know whether that means that there's going to be a case of husks popping up at extra places, or whether if you are in an area where you're likely to run into husks, they will be carrying flintlocks. I guess we'll find out if and when we run into our first husks of this particular month. But as you can see right now, I am just grabbing some birch to see if I can get some wood to have enough around for at least the start. Now let's see, we need to go. All right, this is north. Well, that's going to be a bit of a unusual trick there. All right, let's see what we have to get. Well, we need to first get that out. All right, there we go. A golden apple. Magma block. All right, there are plenty of places we can get that. Redstone. That'll be below the surface, obviously. Golden apple. That sounds like from a dungeon or something like that. Polish deep slate. That's way down at the bottom. We're going to one of the magic realms. 8 red nether bricks. Sounds like something you need to go to a fortress for. Raw gold block. Since we need some gold. Lily of the Valley. Redstone land. Looks like we're going to the nether. And cooked mutton. So we're going to have to kill a sheep somewhere. Ah! We might be able to get a golden apple from a dungeon or from a... Ooh, what are those things called now? Desert Temple. We might be able to get one from there, but most likely we may wind up having to go to get some gold in order to get that. Now, going north doesn't seem like the best thing to do right now. Going east, it doesn't look like the best thing to do it now. Well, we're sort of... We're just on this little tropical beach here? Really? Well, cooked mutton, he said, right? Actually, this is probably not going to be the best way in which to get a little bit of mutton here. Ready to see, we got a bit of a problem now I'm thinking of it is because we've really got no land in which to go. So either there's land hidden away somewhere or it's pulling a fast whistle on us today. Not too sure which one of those it is. Actually, we don't need that too much. We need that more. Since at least we have a iron pickaxe, albeit with... Hello, which of you volunteers to die? Alright, well, that's 2 pieces of raw mutton. So we'll just have to cook that at some point. Maybe once I have a better axe, we can see about using that to cook the mutton. Right, but right now, I don't see much in the way of places in which we can easily go. This is a weird land. And it's all birch, so you can't even get a simple apple around here. Alright, this is a strange world, that I'll have to admit. I guess I'll just see if I can find anything on a boat. Well, I do normally head out north, right? So I might as well do my traditional heading out north then. I was thinking of canceling that particular usual matter on my agenda, but looks like there is nothing more to try. Because an apple seems like it's going most likely going to be... Ah! Here is another land up here. More islands. And more birch. See, we need to get to about 5,000 in order to do much on there. Let's see, we've got some mountainsides. All right, for a moment there, I thought this land was going to be completely hopeless and all water. But I suppose not. So let's continue on our way, see if we can find anything useful. See, we got the mutton, which is the only primary. See, we don't need any clay. I think that the main things that we need are... Oh, I do have to keep a lookout for a lily, though I don't know if a birch forest is going to give us a lily of the valley. I don't think so. Oh, well, so much for that hypothesis. Because I was immediately proven wrong. Therefore, that is our first item that we've got. Alright, we've got one lily of the valley, we've got a piece of mutton that we could cook, and we've got... Is that a... No, that's just a hill. Alright, so I think it's time to get some of this. Well, that was one of the worst shots ever. It might help if I at least use an axe. I'm pretty sure a wooden axe would be better than a magic wand at doing that. What are the odds of an apple dropping? Well, I suppose I could find an apple at pretty much any time. It's not like this is all going to go going to disappear or anything like that. I'm pretty sure there's going to be... Alright, well, just a little bit more. Just seeing if I was going to be super lucky, but then we are talking about pine leaf here. So super lucky is not in the agenda. So let's continue along our way here. Whoopsie daisy. Now, if we are going to go into the nether, then this will come in handy. I suppose that means I should have been looking for flint while I was going around in the world. And I'm starting to get some of that. Let's see, I've got 11 obsidian right now, so I'm at minimum, but I usually prefer to have at least twice as much as obsidian as I require, since I make the assumption that I'm probably going to get killed at least once when I go into the nether. I don't always, but if I'm going to go into a fortress, it is a good idea to be prepared for unfortunate circumstances, shall we say. There you go. I want to have 28, which is more than enough. There you go. 30. All right, that's nice. So let's get back into here, and oh, we've already gone all the way. So let's head out east and see what's out in this direction. Now I should at some point check for gravel so I could get some flint. I wasn't thinking about that when we were going over that river earlier. And the other thing I'm going to keep an eye out for will be a desert. That way I could maybe get some gold, or actually a beach would also do. A beach that has a ship there. Now I wasn't looking for ships while I was going on around here. I should have been thinking about that. But I suppose one always misses things once in a while. Let's see. Some gravel here. Gravel. Gravel. Oh, there it is. All right, there you go. All right, some gravel. So, so we'll at least have a source of flint at some time eventually. And oh my goodness gracious, it is getting to be nighttime already. Well, perfect place to go underground would be right where we've got this coal. Since coal would be really nice to have. Good. If we want to be able to see, that is. Oh, I've already got a piece of flint then. All right, that was good. Ah, there it is. There's pieces of coal. Good. And there you go. Next. Ah, nice. Well, we certainly don't want to use obsidian for that, but just use dirt. I'm hoping that would be nice and obvious. Good. All right, well, that wasn't the best idea I've had there. Let's see. Oh, we finally got some of this. Let's get some tools because we want some tools. At least something that is better than just an. Oh, how am I going to resist that? All right, now I can make some tools, even though now I have even less cobble than I had before. Ah, right. There you go. Now let's head into here. We get one crafting table. We have well, actually, no, I don't think it's time to make a furnace yet. Well, as much as I would love to have a furnace, we do have the minor little issue that I'm a bit short on the cobble side. So let's get ourselves an axe. Let's get ourselves a shovel. Let's get ourselves a pickaxe and a hoe. Good. Thank you. Now, what are we going to find here? Now, the main thing that I need here, well, I need redstone and I need gold. Now, I don't know what is the best way of handling that situation. Let's see, right now I've got about 7 minutes left. I suspect I'm just going to get barely down into gold level. But maybe then searching for gold right now and concentrating on that, not worrying about the redstone yet. That way I can have some gold for the nether. Because gold is always useful for a trip to the nether. And in fact, when I did my calculations of how much gold I need, I've taken into account the possibility of getting golden boots, as that will likely be necessary, at least if I want to keep the piglins at bay. Now, if I get dropped right into the middle of a fortress, I might not have to worry about that. And thinking about a fortress because I can't think of too many other ways in which I can get red nether brick. So I think you can find some of that there. Plus, I think you can make it using what nether bricks and what all do you need? You need nether bricks and I think nether wart. And nether wart, of course, is something that's needed also at a fortress. So you're not going to get around going into the fortress if you're going to do that. Now I think you might be able to get some nether wart at a bastion, but needing gold, if you're going to go, if I'm talking about needing gold, then obviously a bastion will double that. There we go. Well, I guess I'll need a little bit more coal at some point. Actually, no, let's not worry about. I made a stone pickaxe, but it's not really all that necessary. Actually, it will be needing it if I'm trying to get some types of mining operations. Might make that a more useful one. But obviously, the iron one would be useful for getting things directly. Now, as for the deep slate things, I think for the deep slate, I really need cobble deep slate in order to be able to get the polished. So I will have to, well, I'll probably just use telekinesis for that. Different things are going to be useful at different times. Actually, where I find a stone axe to be particularly useful is when I want to do something with the netherrack, because unless I am trying to mine it as quickly as possible, I usually find myself mining it faster than I really intend. Alright, now we're at gold level. Yeah, so I think I just got a couple more minutes left before having to switch over, and then look for a desert is pretty much what I want to do, because a desert will be very, very nice to have. Actually, would be nice to have would be this. Let's see, how much gold do I have? Iron do I have? I have 7 iron. Actually, I'm gonna forget about the gold for the moment. And instead, oopsie daisy. Well, that was a little bit off. Well, I don't need this piece of wool, right? Yes, I'll just head on back up, start the iron cooking, and see how much of that I get done before the end of the episode. Where is that crafting table? There you are. There we are. Good. Nice amount of cobble now. Good. And let's get cooking. Oh. Well, that was a good thing that I did find a little bit of extra iron all that. Let's see, I'm out. I think I got about 2 minutes left. That should. Alright, let's see. We need, of course, our usual shield, because we don't want to get killed the first time we run into a creeper or a skeleton. I mean, we might anyway, but at least we'll have a fighting chance. Oh, that's right. I'll also be wanting to get. We also have the mutton, and I just have to remember not to eat the mutton. I can eat one mutton, but not the other. That'll make it even trickier to keep track on that. Let's see. Where is. Yeah, I think. Alright, we'll see how much of that it takes on there. Flint. Alright, so it makes some flint and steel so that we can get into the nether. Alright, that's good. So we got the flint and steel. I'll throw that to the middle since that's another item anyway. Alright, so there's the mutton that we need to. Alright. There's the one that we can eat. And there's the one that we have for our treasure item. And I think it's getting pretty close to the end of the episode, so I'll just start picking stuff up, and I will be seeing you next time when we are going to see if we can find ourselves a desert temple, or we're going to have some other way where we're going to go. We have to find that out in the next episode of Mage Rage for August of 2021.